Hi, Stamper fans. Welcome to Make It With Me. Thanks for joining me, whether you're catching me on Facebook or if you're watching the replay on YouTube. I'm very happy you're here. I'm Nan, and I help you slow down, get connected, and stay creative, whether it's crafting together or sending a handmade card that means something. So let's make something fun today. There we go. Okay, so just relax and follow along. We're aiming for finished, not perfect. And if you just want to watch and then come back to the replay and craft along with me then, that's great. Okay, so today I'm focusing on using up scraps of pretty paper. If you're a paper crafter, I know you've got scraps. Let me help you use them since you probably feel bad about throwing them away. I know we all do. So today I have grabbed the splash of sparkle paper because I haven't used it a whole lot. I used it some and it's pretty fabulous. Let me show you what I've got here. So it is very fun and colorful, but it also has splashes of metallic. So like this one has silver holographic kind of metallic on the back. And we've got some pretty pastel stripes and then cool metallic on that one as well. We've got just a nice kind of washed pink. And then, I love all the metallic. It's pretty fabulous. We've got some great color rectangles. And then I think this one might be my favorite, the orange and pink with the gold. Like not usually my colors, but love it. Okay, we've seen these already. Then we've got a kind of water wash orange with a bunch of the metallic over scribbles and spots. It is just a really fun paper pack. And then we've got these great rainbow of watercolor dots. And then the other side is a fabulous rainbow stripe with the gold accents. So lots of fun stuff coming on with this paper pack. And I have not really used it too much yet, so I thought I would grab that and we'll make a little something with it. All righty. So we are starting out with our standard card base for the US. Oh, my stuff is so far away from me. I moved stuff around a little bit tonight, hoping to make it easier. Not all the way. So standard card base is 8.5 by 5.5 inches. You score it at 4 1/4. And I like to use my bone folder because that way it stays sitting flat. Pretty nice. Okay. The next layer is just a piece of basic white. Where's my little, I think I might be losing some of my pieces. Front row. All right, I have 3 of my pieces, and that's not good because I need 4. There it is. All right, we're fine. Everything's fine. So the next layer is a standard first layer, which is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. You can go ahead and cut 2 of these out of basic white because one will be your inside piece. And then I've got my little scraps. So, and also, yeah, these white pieces, these 5 1/4 by 4s, because we use them constantly, I just have a bunch of these cut and ready to go. So that is something, if you struggle to find time to make your cards, that is something you can do kind of, while you're watching TV or something, or, whatever, waiting for dinner to cook, you can just cut up a bunch of those and have those on hand. And that helps when you're sitting down to craft. You've got some pieces already ready to go. Okay, so for the one we're making, I cut 4 pieces of the designer paper. These are each 2 1/4 by 1 5/8. And all of these measurements are in the video description as well. So if you're not catching them, don't worry. You can check back and read those and then get your cutting all done. But 2 1/4 by 1 5/8. This particular measurement will give you about a 1/4 inch around each piece. And it was kind of trial and error trying to figure that out. So, you know, that's why I give it to you, because that's a tough one to figure out. Okay, so we are going to, first we're going to bring my tool caddy a little closer because I put it way out of my reach. First, we're going to attach the little paper pieces to our card front. I do kind of like to dry fit things, so I make sure, you know, that I've got things spaced correctly. Okay. And then I just pick them up one at a time. So if you are using our liquid glue, green glue as we sometimes call it, because it's in a green container, you do not need a lot. It is a very strong glue. And so I really just kind of pop it up the middle there, just a squiggle. And it's really very thin. So save yourself a little money, right? Because you're probably putting that in your gas tank now. So this is, make your supplies go farther. So you don't have to throw out your scraps. You can make pretty cards with them. Use a little bit of glue so it goes farther. Okay, so we're going to attach those. So it's about the same amount. Now, if you are really detail oriented, if you do have some OCD or anything like that, you can make a strip, you know, just cut a strip of like chipboard or something that's a 1/4 inch and actually lay it down, and then you can, you know, space your things. Kind of like when you're tiling a bathroom, right? You have a spacer, so everything's the same distance. So you can certainly do that if you want to. I pretty much eyeball things because I'm pretty sure nobody, when they get my cards, are pulling out their ruler and making sure I did everything evenly. That's part of the joy of handmade, right? So now comes the really cool part. I'm going to take the beautiful pattern embossing folder. I'm going to pop this in here together. So we want to adhere our designer paper before we put those both in there together. And what's going to happen is it's going to kind of mimic a quilt. So you're going to have those nice textured lines, and it's going to look like you know, pieced those together just like fabric. But this takes a lot less time. And there we go. So let me see if I can catch that in the light for you. There we go. So you can see the embossed lines go right over from the white right onto the pattern paper. Gives it a really cool kind of inlaid look. Very, very fun and very easy to do, which is what I love. So you're using up scraps. Things are very easy. They still look fabulous. A little bit of glue here. Again, thin lines, you don't need a lot of glue. You don't want it oozing out the sides, right? Because then suddenly your card sticks to the inside of the envelope, and that's no fun. Now, before you did that, you could add ribbon if you want. You could add a whole bunch of stuff. I kept mine pretty simple. Hold on one moment, because I forgot my little strip of pool party. And we will just grab a little scrap, because that's all I need. I thought I had it out here, but it may have fallen because it was a pretty tiny scrap. Okay, there it is. So I pulled out my banner sayings set. This is a really great stamp set. You've got kind of type looking fonts, and then you've got your scripted fonts, and just it covers, you know, happy birthday and thanks and celebrating and, you know, consider yourself hugged. I love that one. So all sorts of different occasions you can use this for. It's a pretty versatile stamp set. We are going to use the Cue the Confetti, because I thought this kind of looked celebratory, confetti-ish. So the nice thing about a sentiment like Cue the Confetti is it can be used for a birthday, obviously, but it could be used for a graduation or a retirement or a anniversary, a wedding, pretty much anything, any celebratory thing. You obviously don't want to use it for a funeral card, right? But anything else, you're good to go. Okay. Oops, right here. And then I am just going to cut this down with scissors. I absolutely could do this with my trimmer, but super easy with scissors. See, so you don't need a lot of supplies and fancy things. You don't need everything. We want everything, but we don't need it all. So you can pace yourself. So again, I am just going to finish this off with a sentiment. I'm not even going to pop it up on dimensionals. I'm going to put it flat to the card. I'm just going to overlap into that white for a little kind of cool little interest. And the pool party I pulled right out of the designer paper. So I pulled the Azure Afternoon out of the paper. I pulled the pool party out of the paper. So you can use anything that matches the paper you're using, right? One of the things I've told you before I love about Stampin' Up! Is that everything is just so color coordinated. So I can just grab some paper and then grab some cardstock that goes with it, and boom, I'm good to go, and I know everything's going to look fabulous. All right. So as I said, you could add ribbon to this, you could add embellishments, you could add more layers of cardstock, whatever you want. And if yours looks different, that's perfect. So I want to show you another one too, a same pack of paper, but very different look. Lots more pieces. So this is that favorite pattern I used. The Timid Tiger and Bubble Bath are the colors with the gold metallic. So these pieces are cut 1 inch by 3/4 inch. And that gives us, a very different grid. So if you think about it, if you've got like a strip of paper, this is perfect for using that up, that maybe it won't go anywhere else. This particular greeting I did pop up on dimensionals, and I used the, what's the plaid one called? The Forever Plaid embossing folder on this one. I will say one thing I learned with this is that the Forever Plaid will definitely show you if you get things crooked, which is just fine. And you could make all of these a little bit different. Instead of cutting them exact, you could make them, kind of a little different shaped and just mosaic them kind of thing, right? So there you go. Absolutely, absolutely great there. I did want to mention too, the beautiful pattern embossing folder is on our last chance list, and it's discounted right now. So it's always a good idea to check that last chance list. It was just updated last week. So lots of new things on there with discounts. Maybe if you've taken a look before, you might want to take another look and see if something that you love might be on sale right now. So, and if you want more ideas for pattern paper, that's the focus of my April class, and that's going on April 24th here in Bloomington, Illinois. So if you are local here, definitely reach out and I can send you the link to save your spot for that. Hello, Joan. I'm just wrapping up, so please make sure to catch the replay. But yeah, and I'm hoping to work on a digital version of my classes, so we'll see if I can get that done by the end of the month. But once I have it down, I will go back probably and do the previous ones as well. So watch for that news. All right, so I'd love to see what you came up with on this card. So if you're on Facebook, go ahead and just drop it in the comments on this video. If you are not on Facebook, you can always email me a picture of what you came up with. My email is stampernan@gmail.com. Yep. And then, so also think about who in your life, if you made the card tonight, who could use it this week. Go ahead and address the envelope, sign that card, and pop it in the mail right away. because let me tell you, there's nothing better than opening your mailbox and smiling, right? So thanks so much for spending a part of your day with me. I hope you'll take what we made today and turn it into a card that you actually send. I'll put more details and links in Tuesday's newsletter. You can subscribe at stampernan.com if you haven't already. And I'll see you again soon. Happy stamping.